Toastmaster James KV, who is going to evaluate the first speech. So I request Toastmaster James KV to help us understand what the first speaker is going to speak about. Over to you, James.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My speaker today attempts her debate speech, her icebreaker speech. This is the first speech in the pathways. And she, the purpose of the project is to just make a speech, and she can choose any topic she likes, and she may present a well-organized and well-supported speech on any topic in any format. So it can be humorous, informal, any style. The speech should not be report on content of Pathways projects. So it's her first project. The only objective that we are, as an evaluator, we are going to look at it. Does she make the speech and comfortably, confidently complete the speech? That's the only evaluation. So making a speech is the first step. So I welcome the speaker, and I wish all the best for my speaker. So over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster James, for that lovely introduction about the speech. Now, today we have a wonderful Toastmaster who just got inducted into our club today, and who's going to give the ice-breaking speech. And I would like to introduce Toastmaster Jaya Sheshadri, who is a chartered accountant over 12 years of experience with specialization in banking and capital market, who started her career at PVC Kuwait in 2008. She was heading the FSO sector at EY Kochi as assistant director for the last 8 years. He is a recipient of a Golden Beam Award for the exceptional service in 2015. And she's also a certified Forex risk management and PMO. And she's very passionate about data analytics and robotic process automation. Now, when she was asked about how she feels about the teachers, as we celebrate Teachers Day today, and her viewpoint was, a teacher's purpose is not to create students in his own image, but to develop students who can create their own image. Without much delay, let me welcome Toastmaster Jayalakshmi, who's going to have the icebreaker speech today. Toastmaster Jayalakshmi Ramachandran, through thick and thin. Toastmaster Jaya, through thick and thin. Over to you.
Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Public speaking is something that I always avoided growing up. But over time, I have realized its importance as to why and how I should communicate and engage with people. I'm happy for taking the baby step and for embarking the journey of becoming an efficient public speaker. Good readers become great writers become great communicators. Today, I'm here to present my icebreaker speech. For those who do not know, I'm Jaya, a chartered accountant by profession. If I were here a year ago, I would have introduced myself as a person associated with Big Four, aspiring and transforming many lives. It was on 17th of July 2008, precisely. 2 months after I got my hitch knot with Toastmaster Sheshadri, I was officially announced as a watchdog. Not a bloodhound, though. My oath of honor committed me to perform my professional duties and responsibilities with diligence, integrity, and perseverance. As a guardian of governance, I always take extra care to conduct and uphold myself with pride and honor. An American fiction writer has once said, a human being is able to change diaper, con a ship, butcher a hog, solve equations, balance accounts, place order, take order, war efficiently, and die gallantly. Leave the specialization for insects. I do not mean any harm to specialists, but rather I'm trying to defend the situation in which I find myself. At times, I wanted to become an actor, a singer, a program director, and even a professional motivational speaker. But there are two professions that I never dreamt of: that was of a doctor and a lawyer, as the probability of the winning of the former lies in the hands of the god, and the later in the uncertainty of the law. I was born and raised in a conservative family with deep religious thoughts. I was exposed to a lot of deliberations and confinements in my formative years. I was touched and influenced by the principles of detachment and renunciation. That made me highly philosophical in my attitude and approach. In fact, I'm a person of dual personality, being highly driven by aspirations and depressed and obscured at times. Nothing would attract a stranger rather than having a child with you. On a recent trip to the grocery store, my son and I were talking as to how to find the best product and bring it home. As we also discussed why we cannot add meat onto the shopping carriage, an old woman approached us. She commented on the attention and autonomy I was offering him. But there was the last thing that stopped me to my tracks. You are raising a well-rounded child. That made me speechless. Assurance that you are doing a great job in parenting is quite something that you do not get to hear quite frequently. Nevertheless, daughters are true reflections. I see my beauty without a mirror or compliment in her. Instant obedience and mindless compliance are poor goals when raising children. A passionately curious and resourceful child who wants to know why, and who delights in inventing compromises, who endlessly pushes the boundaries, tend to become the most vibrant adult who will change the world rather than being changed by the world. As I move forward in my career and life, what I have learned is to appreciate how valuable the communication skill is. No matter any blocks, it's the curiosity and inquiring mind which has got me so far. I have been good at bringing the challenges to surface, finding the creative solutions, and questioning the obvious. Thanks for listening to me. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayalakshmi Ramachandran, for that wonderful speech, and that to your ice-breaking speech. Wonderful performance today. And since it's an icebreaker, I would like to everyone to give a